Bonjour. Early January, despite an economic climate full of uncertainty, especially in terms of political risk, we were pretty confident about the convertible bond asset class for the year to come. 9 months later, the political risk has been clearly reduced and our two convertible bond funds have done very well, largely outperforming conventional fixed income funds. These funds have benefited from the overall economic context, which has remained globally positive to risky assets, and a successful stock selection. What is our forecast now and for the next few months? We still believe that the global context remains supportive for convertible bonds, mainly for two reasons. Firstly, economic growth has met expectations and is surprisingly strong in Europe. Corporate profit trend is rather bullish and should continue to rise thanks to the recovery cycle, which is less advanced in Europe than in the US. So we consider that European equity markets could catch up. At the same time, fixed income markets' potential is limited. Support from central banks is being scaled down. Reduction of the asset purchases program and rising in interest rates in the US could lead to a yield curve steepening, which might be costly. With a mix of equity exposure and low duration risks, convertible bonds seems perfectly fitted to this environment, especially given that some risks remain. Geopolitical stress between the United States and North Korea, the risk of an excessively abrupt rise in interest rates, a credit crunch in China, and so on. In this context, convertible bonds convexity provides a good compromise. When the equity market is up, the optional part of the convertible bond makes increasing gains. When the market falls unexpectedly, the fixed income component provides downside protection. In summary, convertible bonds provide a vehicle that allows exposure to European equity markets and protection against exogenous events. If you would like to invest, you can select either a defensive fund focused on the Eurozone, it's Groupama Convertible, or an opportunistic fund, GEFAN European Convertible Bonds, operating in Europe and surfing on M&A topic. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2018 for an update.